In Nigeria, militants are trading in guns for job opportunities. An Amnesty program offers a fresh start for former militants.
A new generation of farmers in Nigeria uses hydroponic methods to provide fresh vegetables and other crops in urban areas.
And a Soweto soup kitchen run by elderly women meets Sister Glover. She has been caring for her community for over 40 years.
Hello and welcome. I'm Joke Rogers at Channels Television here in Lagos. Stay with us in the next half hour for stories from around Nigeria and the continent.
And I'm Vincent McCory, Voice of America, coming to you from our global headquarters here in Washington.
Africa's large youth population is a major advantage for the continent. Young people's energies and dynamism are evident in areas like technology and entrepreneurship. But the full dividend of the demographic is yet to be fully harnessed in politics and governance, where their participation is disproportionate. Joining us to talk about African youth's involvement in politics and governance is leadership development consultant Linus Okorie. Thank you for joining us and welcome.
Yeah, great to be here.
First of all, do you think African youth are ready to go beyond mobilization to start occupying leadership positions in government?
The challenge is not occupying, it's not just thinking about leading. The main issue is what will be the outcome if they are in leadership positions. And so if we are looking at the outcome, then it's a responsibility of the next generation of leaders to take it upon themselves to begin to do extra work in case if their countries are not investing in them. And they begin to develop themselves, develop their leadership capital skills. That is only when I can agree that, you know, these young people can make a difference when they are in elected or electable position.
Do you think the older leaders are really to blame for young people seemingly not having opportunities to get involved in the decision-making process?
What do you do to somebody who wants to stay there forever? You think he will come and give you power, say, take, my friend, I am tired of enjoying. So the responsibility now goes back to the young people to say, you know what, if I want to be great, I want to serve, I want to make a difference, then it's my responsibility to find whatever positive skills necessary, whatever possible ways necessary that I can develop myself. Young people can say, you know what, all these elder folks, all these elderly people who do not understand what we're talking about, you know, making a difference, we will use our power of numbers and decide who gets what. And at the end of the day, you'll be shocked at the level of compliance if it is getting political parties, you know, to begin to say, you know what, let's begin to open up our space for young people to emerge. Because young people say, you know what, if you don't do it, we will not vote for you. If you don't do it, your political party will lose. For me, it's the kind of thinking that should be within the space of young people.
Now, some see the age limit for running for office prescribed in Nigeria's constitution as a limiting factor. The Not Too Young to Run bill, which seeks to alter the constitution to reduce the age limit, is still being considered. When passed, do you think this will have a much impact on our democracy?
Yeah, the truth of the matter is that Not Too Young bill is a good one. It's a good one in coming. You know, but the truth of the matter is that I've always advocated that, you know, the must also include certain elements in the bill that is important. That is not just, you know, because you're a young person, then you can, you know, be qualified to run election. You know, there will also be component that says that if that space is opened up at the end of the day, you know, these are the qualities of young people that will expect to occupy the political space. So when people see those qualities, do you get what I mean? Qualities of visionary young people, people with high level of integrity, you know, people with, you know, young people with commitment to the common good, who understand service and all of that. If you have those kinds of clear thoughts, thinking, then conservatives, who even older generation who are accusing the younger generation of not being too prepared to get involved, you know what I mean, can begin to understand the campaign, and advocacies will make more sense where you now have young people who also are examples, are the ones in the forefront of driving this kind of campaign.
Leadership consultant Linus Okorie, thank you for your time on Africa 54.
Absolutely. Good to be on the show. Looking forward to another time.
Well, as we well know, militancy in the Niger Delta region has led to a huge oil revenue loss for Nigeria. Now, the government is trying to put an end to the economic sabotage and has achieved some success with an amnesty program for former militants. Now, take a look.
Continuous assaults on Nigeria's economic lifeblood and the quest for lasting solutions to the problems led to the introduction of an amnesty deal with Niger Delta militants in 2009, which saw armed youth freely surrender their arms in exchange for cash, empowerment, and education. Through the years, the level of stability achieved by the amnesty deal may be contested, but beneficiaries of the program have been reaping the dividends. These former combatants who, having completed a 9-month engineering training, built this 21-seater bus from scratch at an indigenous vehicle manufacturing company. And they are only a fraction of 200 beneficiaries of the Amnesty program, graduating from different areas of engineering with skills aimed at reintegrating them into society.
We want you to make a difference in your chosen field, whether as electrical engineer or as mechanical engineer, so that others who have not gotten this opportunity will also crave to be part of the engineering service of the world. We will not allow the amount spent to be wasted. You will continue anywhere you are to make sure that you are adding value to the development of Niger Delta.
Confident of the knowledge transferred to the youth, the chairman of the automobile manufacturing company offers them automatic employment.
I want you people to be our mark anywhere you are working. We'll be supporting you to make sure you reach where we think you will be. I have said, any of you who want to work anywhere we have establishment in the whole Nigeria, anywhere, you are qualified to work. We will give you automatic employment.
The graduates express joy and gratitude for the opportunity given to them to shun violence and partake in the development of the nation.
We are all skillful now, successful, hopeful, faithful, all the folks, stronger and happy.
Stability and development of the Niger Delta remains critical to the nation's economic well-being. Arming these former militants with skills to contribute their quota to the country's development could just become an attractive option for those yet to come on board.
Now, there's some good news this week for pandas, but some bad news for gorillas. An international conservation group says that giant pandas are no longer endangered in China. The group credits the Chinese government's intense conservation and bamboo reforestation efforts for helping to improve the outlook for pandas. However, there is bad news for the eastern gorilla. The world's largest living primate is said to be just one step away from extinction. The conservationists blame illegal hunting in the Democratic Republic of Congo, along with war and severe loss of forest to farmers in West Africa. 3 other great apes, the western gorilla, the Bornean orangutan, and the Sumatran orangutan, are also listed as critically endangered. Well, we want to know what you think about Africa 54 and the stories we cover. Join the conversation on Facebook. The address is Africa 54. And check out our headlines 24/7 on voaafrica.com. Coming up, in Uganda, people with albinism fight against stigma and discrimination. But in some small ways, they are winning. That story after the break.